What's good, everybody? My name is Malcolm, and welcome back to Pitchside. If you're new to the channel, we discuss football-related topics here. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And if you like the videos, make sure you hit the thumbs up. It really supports the content and it really helps me make videos like this. Now that we've let the dust settle and the smoke clear in the last couple of days, I think it's time for us to finally discuss the whole Ronaldo and Juventus situation. Now, despite being matched up with one of the worst sides in the round of 16, Juventus still found a way to exit the Champions League. And of course, a lot of frustrated Juventus fans who haven't experienced their team win the Champions League in over 24 years needed to point the blame somewhere, and they've all come out, well, most of them have come out to try to blame Ronaldo for the demise of Juventus. And in my opinion, this is a very illogical and lazy argument, and I have three reasons as to why Ronaldo cannot be blamed for Juventus' downfall and demise. Now, I'm in no way trying to defend Ronaldo's performance against Porto. Let's be honest, he did not play well at all in both games, actually. And this is one of the first times I've seen Ronaldo play very unmotivated in the round of 16. When the knockout stages begin, he's usually ready to go, fired up, and he's usually banging in goals, but this time around, it just wasn't meant to be. But I think it's very unfair for him to get the blame for Juventus' downfall. And I'm going to give you guys three reasons why. And I'm not going to keep you guys waiting, so let's just get right into it. Now, reason number 1 and 2 are going to coincide with each other. But reason number 1 as to why you cannot blame Ronaldo for Juve's downfall is because Juve have failed to replace the players in their dominant period with quality players. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, I'll give you guys a quick example. Manchester City, when Pep Guardiola came in, Pep Guardiola inherited a team that Mancini and Pellegrini had won the English Premier League with. But it was an aging squad. That team needed to have a squad overhaul. If you don't believe me, after his first season, Pep Guardiola replaced the likes of Lescott, Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Sanya, Yaya Toure, Jesus Navas, Nolito. The point is, despite inheriting a good squad, if you don't continue to update that squad with quality players, then your squad will not be very successful. Now, a lot of people like to criticize Ronaldo's time at Juventus by saying that Juventus made 2 Champions League finals before Ronaldo's arrival, which is completely fair, but let's just take a look at their 2015 team. In defense, they had Chiellini and Bonucci, and when compared to now, those two guys were 6 years younger and considered world-class. Right now, Bonucci and Chiellini are not considered world-class. Let's be honest, Bonucci has had a very poor season and should not be playing at the top level for Juventus. Now, Juventus have done a good job by bringing in De Ligt, but let's be honest, they have not given De Ligt a good center-back partner for them to dominate in defense. So, Demreal, Rugani, and etc. have not worked, so they have not been able to replace the center-back pair that they once had in Bonucci and Chiellini. Now, let's take a look at their midfield. They had the likes of Marchisio, Pirlo, Pogba, and Arturo Vidal. Now compare that to Juventus' midfield right now. They have the likes of Bentancur, Ramsey, Rabiot, Weston McKennie, and Arthur. And I'm not saying those players are bad, but they're not at the level of what Pogba, Pirlo, Vidal, and Marchisio used to be. So it's very blatantly obvious that Juventus have not been able to replace the quality that they once had in 2015 when you compare it to 2021. Even when you look at their transfer policy, Juventus like to bring in a lot of free signings and a lot of players who are past their best. For example, Sami Khedira, Bonucci, they had him returning from AC Milan. Henry Khan, Rabiot wasn't playing very well at PSG. And they also brought in Ramsey. Those are 5 transfers right there that really don't make sense to me if you're trying to win a Champions League. Let's be completely honest. Those players were once good, but they're not Champions League material right now. Reason number 2 as to why you cannot blame Ronaldo for Juventus' fall from grace is that Juventus have failed to adapt to the current state of football. Now, what do I mean by that? In the last 2 to 3 years, football has become a very athletic game, and Juventus have failed to keep up with that type of athleticism. If you analyze the best teams in the world, they're able to do 2 things. They're able to build a play and counterattack very quickly, and they're able to win the ball back as soon as they lose it. Now, let's keep it real and let's be honest. Juventus are not a very good counterattacking side. Not only do they lack the pace and athleticism to hurt their opponent whenever they're transitioning from defense to attack, but they build up play very slow. And when you're looking at the very best teams in the world, and in my opinion, you have to make these comparisons when you're trying to win the biggest club competition in the world, Bayern Munich, Man City, and PSG are able to transition from defense to attack by hurting their opponent on the wings, like using Mbappe and Neymar for PSG. Gnabry and Sane, or even Kingsley Coman for Bayern Munich, and Raheem Sterling and Riyad Mahrez on Manchester City. Juventus lack the athleticism and speed in order to hurt their opponent from defense to attack. As I said earlier, in my opinion, the very best teams in the world do a very good job in trying to win the ball back as soon as they lose it. Well, it's a very different case when it comes to Juventus. As soon as they lose the ball, you can see that they're very slow in trying to win the ball back, and instead they invite pressure on themselves. So they don't have the capabilities in terms of athleticism when it comes to speed and stamina in order for them to win the ball back and press their opponents. Now, reason number 3, and it's kind of blatantly obvious as to why you cannot blame Ronaldo for Juventus' downfall, is that the Juventus management has put Pirlo in charge of Juventus. Before Pirlo even got the job, he never coached a single game, not even U23 game. So how can you expect to win the Champions League with a very inexperienced coach in a competition that has the likes of Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool, Manchester City? It just does not make sense if you're trying to win the Champions League. You cannot employ a coach who has no experience. Pirlo was not given the same quality that Zidane was given at Real Madrid, and in Zidane's case, he at least coached the Real Madrid under-23 team. But Pirlo never even coached a team before, and in my opinion, he cannot win the Champions League with his current tactics. When you go out and see Juventus play, what are Pirlo's tactics? I can't define them at all, and I think that he just needs a lot of time before he can be expected to win the Champions League. Anyways, those are my opinions as to why you cannot blame Ronaldo for Juventus' downfall. Juventus showed some ambition in signing Ronaldo, but let's be honest, he did not supply Ronaldo with enough quality in order for them to win the Champions League. Comment below and share your thoughts on the whole Ronaldo and Juventus situation. Do you think Ronaldo should try to push for a move away from Juventus, maybe push for a Real Madrid return, or go to PSG, or should he just stick it out with Juventus? Anyways, that's my time for today. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. If you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please stay safe, and until next time, peace.